Hey, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about New Year's resolutions, specifically why most people are unable to achieve their New Year's resolutions. And it comes down to two main things. But first, what is a New Year's resolution? Well, a New Year's resolution essentially at its very core is a goal. It's an objective for the future. Okay. So when we talk about achieving New Year's resolutions, we talk about first creating SMART goals, the goal achievement process. Now, what is a SMART goal? SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Your SMART goal needs to be specific. It needs to be precise. You need to precisely state what you are going after. And the more specific, the more you can hone in on that, the better the goal is, okay? The second thing is measurable. You need a way to sort of measure what you're going to be doing. You need some way to be able to measure your progress. After that, it needs to be achievable. That means it needs to be realistic. It needs to be within your capacities. And then it needs to be relevant. So it needs to be something that, well, for one, it has come from you, but another thing is that it also needs to align with your core values and where you want to go for the future. And finally, it needs to be time bound. That means it needs to be within a specific time frame. Now, we're going to deep dive more into SMART goals and the goal achievement process in another video. This video is just about what is breaking down when you make a New Year's resolution, why you can't achieve that New Year's resolution. Now, part of the goal achievement process is not just goals though. Within goals, you also need objectives, which are like goals, but a little bit more specific and a little bit more narrowed down onto what you're trying to achieve. And then you need strategies, which are basically the ways in which you are going to achieve those objectives and ultimately that goal. And the last thing you're going to need is tools. Now, these could be capacities, these could be actual literal tools like logs and ways to measure your progress. So that's it. That's the goal achievement process. It takes goals, objectives, strategies, and a tool of some sort. Now, the second thing that is keeping people from achieving their New Year's resolutions, that's limiting them, is basically that they're only making a New Year's resolution one day out of the year, one time a year. As soon as New Year's rolls around, they make that resolution. Now, like I said, a resolution is basically just a goal. So what I'm trying to advocate for is to basically, you can set goals no matter what day of the year it is. You can set goals anytime throughout the year, and you should be constantly reinventing yourself, directing where you want to go, focusing in on where you want to go. Now, why should you do that? Why should you constantly be making goals throughout the year? It comes down to three things, and that is because life is constantly changing. Life is always changing. You're going to need to adapt to life, your environment, time passing. You're going to need to adapt to the things that will come at you through life. Now, that is one reason why you should set goals on a regular basis. The second thing would be because you are constantly changing. You as a person, you're growing, you're developing as a human being. So the goals that you made 5 years ago, they're likely not relevant today. You probably have different goals today. Maybe you achieved those goals that you set 5 years ago, or maybe you didn't, but your priorities changed. So you are constantly changing, so your goals have to grow with you. And the third thing is because your future is constantly changing. Your future is largely based on the decisions you make today and how you're going to direct your life moving forward. So you can take back control of your life. This is good news. This means that you can develop, you can grow. So to sum up everything, the reason why you're not achieving your goals is because you're not making SMART goals, objectives, strategies, and a tool. And also because you're only setting goals one day out of the whole year. That's basically the reason why you're not able to reach your full potential or where you actually want to go in life. My advice is to start setting smart goals, smart objectives, smart strategies, and tools. And if you want to know a little bit more about how to do this, I will be sort of teaching this in another video, so stay tuned for that. And my other advice would be to set goals regularly. Like, the way I set up my life is that I'm constantly referring to goals. I'm constantly referring back to a journal or a notebook of some sort where I have written my goals down, which, by the way, is another reason why people aren't reaching their goals. They're not writing it down. But essentially, I'm constantly referring back to this journal and this notebook, whether it's each day, every second day, every week, every month, every year. I am constantly referring back to this, and it sort of keeps me on track and it keeps me focused. That's basically to sum up everything, and that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.